Yeah. So in the last class we have discussed about Maxwell's equations for static fields. Now in this class I am going to discuss about the Maxwell's equations for dynamic fields or Maxwell's equations for dynamic fields. Dynamic fields are also called as what fields? Time variant fields. Earlierly the static fields are also called as time invariant fields. Now here the dynamic fields are also called as time variant fields. Okay, na? So again in this topic also, so we have four sets of equations. So those four sets of equations should be written in terms of integral form as well as point form. Integral form and point form. Now these four sets of equations we will see one by one. So the first equation is about Maxwell's equation, the same as earlier discussion, last class discussion. Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law. Okay, na? So in integral form, first of all I am writing the expression for Maxwell's equation for derived from Faraday's law in integral form. For which fields? It is for time variant fields. Okay, na? So before that you should state the Faraday's law. Okay. So what is meant by Faraday's law? Faraday's law is used to define induced quantity in a conductor. Okay, conductor. Okay. So the equation will be like this: line integration of A bar dot dl bar equals to minus dou B bar by dou T into ds bar. Surface integration ds bar. Okay, na? So this is already derived in your statically induced EMF class, the previous class, first class, unit 4, the first class have derived this expression. You just keep in mind and you write the mathematical expression for this topic enough with along with the statement. So how can you state this Faraday's law here? The total induced electromotive force which is equals to the negative rate of change, negative surface integration of rate of, see here there is a sign negative, after that you have a surface integration, then there is a rate of change. Okay, na? So this will be a study like this. This will be called like this: negative surface integration of rate of change of magnetic flux density, okay, which is equals to the induced EMF. The definition will be like this. I am repeating again. If you carefully listen here, the total electromotive force induced equals to the negative surface integration of rate of change of what? Magnetic flux density. Okay. Now this is called as this terms consist of integration terms, so it is called as a integral form. It is called as your integral form. Now I would like to express the same equation in point form. How can you express this equation in point form? With the help of Stokes theorem. As there is a line integration, should be converted into surface integration with the help of what? Stokes theorem. So if you apply Stokes theorem here, the line integration is converted into surface integration like this. So you just write here with the in place of line integration, just write the surface integration, and in addition to the surface integration you should represent curl operation. Curl operation means I already told you that curl means del cross, divergence means del dot. So del cross A bar ds bar. Now see here you should write ds bar, not dl bar. Why? Because it is changed. So line integration converted into surface integration. So that's why we need to do the integration with with respect to surface after changing this quantity. So ds bar is equals to minus dou b bar by dou t ds bar. For isotropic materials we can cancel the integration on both sides. So that the left term here is, or remaining term here is, del cross E bar is equal to minus dou B bar by dou T. This is a point form of Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law for time variant fields. Okay. So now similarly we have one more expression in the dynamic fields, which is derived from the Ampere circular law. It is also should be right in the point form and Maxwell's form, point form and integral form. So I am writing the second expression, that is Maxwell's equation. Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere circular. Ampere circular in integral form and point form. So before that we should write this statement, which is already known to you. What is the statement of Ampere circular law? The line integration of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equals to the current enclosed by that conductor. So here we are expressing the Ampere circular law for time variant field. So initially we have defined the Ampere circular law for static fields. So that is whenever the steady current flows to the conductor. See, let us consider a conductor here. This conductor is carrying steady current. Okay. So whenever this conductor is carrying current, it produces a magnetic field around it. So the magnetic field intensity at any point on the magnetic field line is equals to what? Is the line integration of the enclosing current. This is the current which is enclosed by the magnetic field. So that's why we have stated the expression for Ampere circular law for the static fields like this. But it is a time variant fields. So in time variant fields, in addition to the enclosing current, we also write the expression for displacement current. Okay, so we should add the current displacement. So where the displacement current indicates the time variant quantity. So that's why I am writing the integral form of Ampere circular law like this. H bar dot dl bar is equal to conduction current plus displacement current. What is conduction current in terms of current density? It is surface integration of Jc bar dot ds bar. What about displacement current? Displacement current is dou d bar by dou t. Sorry for here, small disturbance here. This is should not write like this. This is IC bar is IC plus ID. IC plus ID, where the total current will be like this. So before that we just represent the total current first of all, that is I. So after that I enclosed current here. Okay, then we should represent that in current density, that is Js bar, J bar dot ds bar. Okay, now we need to write this J bar in terms of total J bar, in terms of conduction current density and displacement current density, like this. So again I am repeating here. So this is the charge current enclosed by the current. Enclosing current, that may be the steady current or dynamic current or displacement current. Okay, na? So now see, I am representing this I in terms of J. This J is also indicates the total current density. That is the conduction current density and displacement current. So that's why I have written the expression will be like Jc plus Jt. Now I am separating it. So not required to separate. So it is Jc bar plus Jd means here dou d bar by dou t. This is line integration of J bar H bar dot dl bar is equal to. This is your integral form of Ampere circular law for time variant fields. Okay. Now how can you express the point form? point form will be, I am directly writing here, all of you observe here, point form will be like this. After applying Stokes theorem, okay, this integration is converted into surface integration. So del cross H bar dot ds bar is equal to surface integration of jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t into ds bar. So for isotropic materials, you can cancel the integration on both sides. So that's why del cross H bar is equal to jc bar plus jv bar. This is the point form of Ampere circuital law. Okay. For time variant fields. Now we have two more expressions, that is Maxwell's equation derived from Gauss law for electrostatics and Gauss law for electrostatics and Gauss law for magnetostatics. Gauss law for it will be same as static components. Electrostatics. What is the statement of Gauss law? The electric flux passing through any irregular surface area is equal to charge enclosed by the surface area. So that is same as this is the surface integration of d bar dot ds bar is equals to volume integration of rho v dv. This is the integral form of Gauss law for electrostatics. So point form, what about point form? Apply divergence theorem here. Divergence theorem. So if you apply divergence theorem, surface integration is converted into volume integration. When we convert surface to volume, we should write the volume integration in place of surface integration and write the operator del with the component d bar and dv here, and here is that volume rho v dv. So volume is cancelled for isotropic materials, and d dot d bar is equal to rho v. Okay, this is the point form for electrostatics. Similarly for magnetostatics, how it will be? It is already discussed. For magnetostatics, statement: the magnetic flux passes through irregular surface area is equals to 0. So phi is equal to 0. What is phi? It is d bar dot ds bar is equal to 0. This is the integral form. Next, what about point form? Apply divergence theorem here. Surface is converted into volume. So volume del dot d bar is equal to 0. So del dot d bar is equal to 0. This is the point form. So now we have completed all the Maxwell's equations for time invariant and time variant fields. Okay, summary, you should write the summary here. I am just giving the rows and columns here. So you need to fill it. I don't want to write to Maxwell's equation. This is for dynamic fields. Dynamic fields or time variant fields. Maxwell's equation derived from rho. Here integral form and here point form. Okay, what is the first one? Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law, and second one is derived from Ampere's circuital law. Third one is Gauss law for electrostatics, and fourth one is Gauss law for magnetostatics. Okay, you need to fill all this box. Next topic, I would like to continue with the next topic, that is Maxwell's equation. Is very important topic. This is also there in the 5th unit. So if you study this topic here, okay, if there is a chance of asking question in unit 4 and unit 5, you are able to write the answer. So now I am writing, or I am expressing the Maxwell's equations. In phasor form. phasor form. This is a already asked in R18 regulation supplementary exam. R18 regulation examination November 2020. R18 supplementary examination. Derive the Maxwell's equations in phasor form. 8 marks question. Is asked for 8 marks question. Okay. So now I am deriving the Maxwell's equations in phasor form. So first of all, I am just considering the components here. What are the main components in the Maxwell's equation? D bar and B bar are the main components. So I am expressing my D bar with magnitude as well as direction. Direction is represented with e power j omega t. D naught bar e power, D naught bar is the magnitude and e power j omega t is the. Similarly, you have to represent B bar in terms of magnitude and e power j omega t. So see, as it is a magnitude, you should not write the bar here. Okay. E power j omega t represents the angle and d naught of the magnitude. So write the Maxwell's equations first. So first of all, I am writing the Maxwell's equation derived from the Faraday's law in point form. First of all, I am expressing the Maxwell's equations in phasor form in point form. Then followed by I will write the integrations. What is the point form of Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law? The first equation which we derived is del cross E bar is equal to, which is for what? Time variant fields. So phasor form is always for time variant fields. Okay, phasor form. Phasor is having magnitude as well as direction. So that's why we should write or we should express the Maxwell's equations for only time variant fields. So del cross E bar is equal to minus dou B bar by dou T. Minus dou B bar by dou T. Okay. So now here I have a term dou B bar by dou T, but from equation 1 and equation 2, okay, I need to do the differentiation of equation 2, differentiate equation 2 with respect to T. Okay. So just consider the equation 2 first of all. It is B naught e power j omega t. Do the differentiation on both sides. So that dou B bar by dou T equals to B naught is constant, and what about e power j omega t? Differentiation of e power j omega t is e power j omega t, and there is a constant here, that is j omega. So just represent like this. J omega is the constant and B naught e power j omega t. This B naught into e power j omega t is from equation 2. What is this? B bar. So dB by d dou B bar by dou T can be written as j omega B bar. So see here I am representing that equation, or again I am substituting equation del cross E bar is equal to minus this dou B bar by dou T, it is j omega B bar, but B bar in terms of H is, what is B bar in terms of H? B bar is equal to mu into H bar. So del cross E bar is equal to j omega mu H bar. This is the representation of phasor form. Okay, this is the Faraday's Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law. Okay, similarly, Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere's circuit law. What is the expression? Del cross H bar is equal to J bar. No? Del cross H bar is equal to what is J bar, JC bar plus JD bar. Conduction current density plus displacement current density. Okay, so here JC bar means sigma into E bar, conductivity into electric field density. This is the point form of Ohm's law. It is already studied in your second unit. Okay, what about JD bar? Dou B bar by dou t. Now see here I have a dou d bar by dou t, but from equation 1, so from 1 d bar is equal to d naught e power j omega t. So do the differentiation equation 1, so that you will get d naught e power j omega t and j omega. So these two terms constitutes d bar, no, not these two, these two, d bar j omega. Okay, so now again I am substituting the value here, that is del cos h bar is equal to sigma a bar plus dou d bar by dou t is j omega d bar. So what about d bar? Again d bar is the epsilon times of d bar, so that's why sigma a bar plus substitute here j omega epsilon into d bar. So take the common. What is the common here? E bar is the common, so that's why sigma plus j omega epsilon is the phasor form of Maxwell's equation, one of the phasor form of Maxwell's equation. Next, third and fourth. What is the third? Maxwell's equation derived from Gauss law for electrostatics is what? That is del dot d bar is equal to rho v. Okay. Now, similarly, it is as there is no differentiation terms in the expression of the right side method, it is not possible to convert. So, similarly, Gauss law for magnetostatics is 0. Like this, we need to convert. We can convert and all the Maxwell's equations which are in the time variant fields in the phasor form, in point form. Similarly, represent all the equations in the integral form. Similarly, in integral form. Point form is over. Now, it represents the integral form of Maxwell's equation into phasor form. Oh, integral form. What is the first equation? Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law. Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law. What is the Maxwell's equation? That is line integration of A bar dot dl bar equals to minus surface integration of dou d bar by dou t dot ds bar. Again from equation 2 we know that b bar is equal to, from equation 2, b bar is equal to b naught e power j omega t. Just do the differentiation. Dou b bar by dou t is equal to, again it will, b naught is constant, so and e power j omega t, differentiation of e power j omega t is e power j omega t, and this constant, and this b naught into e power j omega t. From equation 2 you can write it as b bar j omega t. So dou b bar by dou t is equals to b bar in terms of h, j mu h. Just substitute this equation in here, so that you will get line integration of a bar dot dl bar is equals to minus integration of surface integration of j omega mu h bar dot ds bar. So here j omega mu is a constant, so you can write those constant terms outside the integration. So h bar dot ds bar, the line integration of e bar dot dl bar. The phasor form. Right. Okay, similarly express another Maxwell's equation. This is the Ampere's law. Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere's law. So it is line integration of h bar dot dl bar is equals to the surface integration of jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t dot ds bar. So where JC is already known to you, that is sigma times of A bar, and here dou D bar is already known to you, that is J omega epsilon E bar. Okay, is it or not? Yes. So line integration of H bar dot dl bar is equal to, here surface integration of E bar is a common, sigma plus J omega epsilon dot d is. So this is the Maxwell's equation, it is in the phasor. Similarly, Gauss law for electrostatics and Gauss law for magnetostatics. These two are del dot B bar is equal to rho V and del dot B bar is equal to 0. It is not possible to express it phasor. So see here, this rho V is volume integration of rho V P. As it is an integral form, not point. These are the integral forms. D bar dot ds bar, and here surface integration of D bar dot ds bar is equal to 0. Now with this we have completed the Maxwell's equations in phasor form. So just we will try to do one problem here. Let me note down the problem. Based on Maxwell's equation, it will be based on Maxwell's equation. The magnetic field intensity in free space problem is based on Maxwell's equation. Is the magnetic field intensity. The magnetic field intensity in free space is given as, in free space is given as H bar is equals to H naught sin theta AY bar, H naught sin theta AY bar, H naught sin theta AY bar, ampere per meter. Ampere per meter, where theta is equals to omega t minus beta z, omega t minus beta z, and beta is a constant. Beta is constant. The question is, determine the current density vector J bar. Determine current density J bar. See, the solution will be like this. What is the given data here? The data is given the information about the magnetic field intensity in free space, that is H bar. H bar is equal to H naught sin theta to AY bar, where theta is this theta, H naught sin theta, sin of theta means it is omega t minus beta z, it is a constant one, AY bar. And is there any information? No, but he is asked to calculate the J bar, current density. So we know the relation between J bar and H bar from point form of Ampere's law. This is the point form of Ampere's law. This curl of magnetic field intensity is equals to J bar. Okay, from this expression we can calculate. So J bar is equals to del cross H bar. So what is H here? So see, from the problem or from the given data we can conclude that the H bar is given in Cartesian coordinate system as there is a AY bar. So you need to write the unit vectors in the first row of the determinant. So AX bar, AY bar, AZ bar, AZ bar. And for the first row in the H second row, Second row is taken from, we consider, no, sorry. This is the del operator. So del operator will be defined like this. Operator del will be defined like this. It is dou by dou x ax bar plus dou by dou y ay bar plus dou by dou z az bar. What are the magnitudes here? Magnitudes are dou by dou x is dou by dou y, dou by dou z. And what is the third row here? Third row is taken from h bar. In the h bar we have only ay component and x and z are 0 from the problem. So what is h here? H naught sin omega t minus beta z. So just do the determinant so that you will get the answer. All the problems will be like this only. So how can you calculate the determination here? So when you take the first row first element, so just remove the first column first row and do the determinant like AD minus BC. If A, B, C, D indicates AD minus BC. AD minus BC means something into 0, 0 minus BC means dou by dou z of h naught sin omega t minus beta z. This is over first component. This is the second component is minus ay bar. Second row, second column. 0 into 0, 0 something 0. Then what about az bar? Last row, last column. Only it is dou by dou x of h naught omega t minus beta z. Next. Okay. So minus dou by dou z. So is there z component here? Yes, it is z. So minus dou by, what is the differentiation of h naught sin here? It is h naught is a constant. Differentiation of sin is cos of omega t minus beta z, and again we need to do the differentiation with respect to z. So this by 0 into minus 2. So it will become next. Similarly also here there is a differentiation of h with respect to x. So as there is no x term here, it is a 0. So minus into minus, it will be plus. So it is beta h naught cos omega t minus beta z is our j bar, and direction is ay bar. Here there is a, so not ay bar, it is ax bar. Answer is current density units are coulomb per meter square. Is it the same answer? Yes, beta h naught cos omega t minus beta z. Right, this is your answer. Okay, so in the next class we'll see the another topic. Thank you.